YouTubers. How's it going with you guys? Well, for me, it's been interesting. That's all I can say. It's Friday. Oh, excuse me. I was up till 7 this morning, or 6, or something like that. And went to sleep around 6 and was up around, must have been earlier than that, about 4:30 or 5. But I was up by 7:30. Lots going on. Friday the 26th. It's D-Day. D-Day. In this case, it stands for Departure Day. That's right. And we're out here. Gonna be on our way. Just a few hours. Like I say, it's 20 after 10. It's +6 already. This is the second day since October 31st that Winnipeg and the surrounding area has had +5 or warmer. We went from October 31st until yesterday, where we didn't have a single day above +5. It's hard to take. So, you'll notice it's another driving video, and that's likely one of the things you'll be seeing for a while, for the next few days anyway. I'll tell you what I got going though, before we head out. Amber's going to be off work in about, little less than 2 hours. So in the meantime, I finished packing. The last couple of bags and stuff in the van. So if I'm there goes my brain. I think I have everything except enough sleep. But I got a call yesterday just after I left for town with Amber to go and see granddaughter Taylor's spring concert at school. Would have been nice to have it like 15 minutes earlier. I've got business to do at the bank in town, so that's about a 20-minute drive each way. So there's 40 minutes and probably 20 minutes at the bank. There's an hour gone, so that takes me to about 11:20. I just had to drop some more paperwork off at the accountant for our income tax piece that was missing, that I showed up while I was getting stuff ready. I found this envelope that hadn't been opened, and it was one of my income forms from some of my investments. And they don't like when you don't report all your income. So I had to drop that off, and the accountant wasn't in. He's not in till 1:30, but luckily he shares an office with a law firm. So the receptionist there helped me. And what else did I have going on? Brad asked if the trailer was available, and well, of course it's available, but last time I used it, the hitch is starting to wear on it. I'm going to likely have to change it because it came undone on a particularly rough road. You know, it got caught by the safety chain, but it was bouncing so much that the toolbox, or the tie-down box I have on the tongue, broke free on the same road. So it was really rough. So the trailer, to stop it, I slowed down gradually, but it still put a dent in the box. The tie-down box, which is just an ammo box that's on the tongue. It was just after it moved my mum. So he was going to borrow the trailer on the weekend and borrow the welder because he had some welding to do on something on his truck, or I don't know. So no problem. Go ahead. I'm not going to be home anyway. If you can find it, you can use it, but you have to fix the trailer first. There's no problem. I don't care. He can do it. He's capable. And then there's the segue to moving my mom. Guess what? We're moving her again. Not me. No. She hasn't even been in her place for a month. And she's moving because the place she is has 12 rooms to it. One is larger than the other 11. The other 11 are all cookie cutter. You know, they're just, every second one's a mirror image, except for this one that's a corner. But it's like 50 or 80 square feet more. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're only dealing with 225 or 250 square feet or something, it's a lot. You know, it's a big difference. And that's the suite my mom had wanted in the first place, but it wasn't available, and there was a waiting list for it. Well, as it turns out, the lady that was in it just moved in. Around the same time Mom did. And unfortunate for her and her family, she took ill and had gone to hospital, and she won't be coming out of the hospital back to this place. I guess she's going to go either to personal care or I don't know. But that's something that's got to be taken care of. She's moved out, but we have to get Mom moved before the end of the month. So guess what the boys are doing on the weekend? Mind you, the doors are 12 feet apart. Like, she's in suite 11 and she's moving to suite 9, so it's not a big deal. The only thing they have to really do is take apart the bed, because it's a bolt-together bed. It's an old one. And I mean, the bed she has, the frame and the headboard and footboard, was from the bedroom suite my mom and dad got as a wedding present in 1953. They had it for years. When they updated to a newer bed, that frame, headboard became mine when I was growing up. And then when I moved out, it was the spare bedroom, the room that my sister stays in when she comes to Winnipeg. But my mom's bed would have taken up too much room, so put this one in because she didn't want to spend money on a new headboard for a single bed, which would have been a little bit smaller again. And given her a little more room, but she just, for whatever reason, did not want to buy a mattress and box spring and headboard and stuff. That's fine. So the boys are moving her this weekend. I found out about that this morning when I got up, because last night I normally check my emails just before I go to bed, or fairly late at night, and last night I didn't because I was trying to gathering stuff together, and I got a bunch of stuff together and packing, and last minute trying to get my shit together because my SFB has been so bad. I have to make lists, and then after I cross a few things off, it confuses me, so I have to rewrite the list without the things that I've done. That's how bad it is, that I have a list of 8 things and I cross 2 or 3 off, meaning they're done. And that's enough to confuse me right now. It's very frustrating. And then when it elevates to that level, it's just it's beyond frustrating. It's getting towards can't think of the word now. Devastating, I guess. I can't think of a better word. Where it just totally disrupts your life because you have to really work hard at remembering, did I take my meds? Did I make that phone call? Did I remember to let the dogs back in? Well, they'll bark, so that's maybe not a good example. But having to try and keep stuff together when you can't do the simplest of multitasking. It's not easy. It's not fun. And this is stress building up from the last weeks and a couple of months with Mom, and worrying about my sisters because of the stress on them. Worrying about AJ and his schooling, which is done 90% average in his training to be a corrections officer. Ooh, a nice Harley. Driving into town where I am, this end of town, just as you come into the city limits, there's a Harley Davidson, one of 2 Harley Davidson dealerships in Winnipeg, and one of them is at the east end of town as you come in. So, summertime you're always seeing bikes. So, anyway, I'm up to 14 minutes. I'm almost to the bank. I'll get that done. I'll get back home. Then I'll have time to do the triple S, the shit, shower, and shave, so to speak, get cleaned up on time for Amber to get home at 12, get back in the van and buzz into the city, to downtown, or just past downtown, but I have to go right through the heart of downtown to get where we're going because it's the shortest route. Because AJ's graduation is at 1:30. So I'm on a tight timeline to get everything done. Oh, and I had to pick up some of Amber's prescription meds as well that weren't available yesterday. So I got that all done, but get the bank done, get back home. I have to run it through again, because I confused myself. Then back home, should shower, shave. AJ's what did I just tell you guys it was? I want to say retirement, but it's not. He finished school. Celebration, graduation. That's how bad it is, guys. Sorry. Come on, Grumps, turn the corner. Pulling a trailer, that guy. Graduation, and then from there we are headed to Mom's to see her for a short bit of time. See how she's doing and say goodbye and all that stuff, because we're going to be out on the road about an hour after that. So 1:30, assuming that the grad isn't too big. I don't know how many people there are. 30, 25 or 30. So maybe an hour. I can't see it being much more than an hour. But once that is done, that takes us till say 2:30ish. Time you get out and get to Mom's, it'll be 3 or so. I can only visit a short time there, because if I stay too long and it starts getting close to her supper time, then she starts wanting to go out for supper, which I normally would, well, I'm going to take her out, but today is of all days, I don't have the time to take her out. I'll do that when I get back. So we'll be out of there by 4, I hope. I don't want to have a short visit, but I don't want to visit too long. And then we should be on the roads by 4. By the time we get out of the city. And good luck finding the parking spot in this place. 4:30 out of the city, which will take us to the border crossing at Emerson by 5:30. Oh, come on, old man. Jesus Christ. Sorry about the language. Guy's putting along. I'm waiting for him to go, and he gets to where he's going and he turns. Right where I am. So. No signal. And I likely didn't have mine on either, so. Hope he didn't want this one, because I'm digging it. So, border by 6. It's usually not too bad getting through there, normally. It's not a long weekend, so it should go okay. Then, Fargo by 9:30, 10. That's the plan, guys, but yeah, it's happening. We're coming. Take it easy and have a good one.